What happens when the human mind is placed in total darkness, with no sound, no sense of time, and no escape? This was the question behind one of the most disturbing experiments ever rumored to exist. Experiment later erased from official history, remembered only through fragments, leaked documents, and whispered accounts. In the late 1960s, deep beneath a government research facility, a sealed chamber known as the Black Room was constructed. The room was designed to eliminate every known form of sensory input. No light could penetrate its walls, no sound could enter or escape. Even the air circulation was carefully controlled to prevent any detectable movement. Inside, there were no clocks, no reflections, and no visible edges, just endless, suffocating darkness. A small group of volunteers was recruited under the promise of participating in a short sensory deprivation study. They were told it would last only a few hours and that they could leave at any time. What they were never told was that once the door closed, the schedule no longer existed. When the subjects first entered the Black Room, their breathing was calm, their heart rate stable. For a while, nothing happened. But as minutes stretched into hours, and hours dissolved into something undefined, the human mind began to react. Without external stimuli, the brain started creating its own. Some subjects reported seeing faint flashes of light that vanished the moment they tried to focus on them. Others claimed they could sense movement in the darkness, as if the space around them was slowly shifting. Within the first 12 hours, scientists monitoring the experiment noticed abnormal brain activity. Patterns appeared that had never been documented before, rhythms that did not match sleep, waking consciousness, or any known psychological state. By the second day, the subjects could no longer accurately describe who they were. Names lost their meaning. Memories became fragmented. Time ceased to exist as a concept. One subject repeatedly whispered that the room was shrinking, that the darkness was pressing inward. Another insisted he was no longer alone, that something else was breathing in perfect rhythm beside him. Audio recordings captured laughter, sobbing, and voices speaking to unseen presences, even though no one else was in the room. Medical staff raised concerns and requested that the experiment be terminated. The request was denied. The official objective was to observe the absolute limits of human perception, no matter the cost. By the fifth day, one subject began speaking in a language that none of the researchers could identify. Linguists later confirmed it matched no known human dialect, ancient or modern. Brain scans showed neural activity in areas associated with memory and identity, yet they were disconnected from any recognizable thought pattern. Some researchers theorized that the mind, stripped of reality, began accessing memories that were not its own. Others feared that the absence of stimuli had opened a doorway not outward, but inward into something buried deep within human consciousness. After 10 long days, the door to the Black Room was finally opened. The subjects were alive. Their hearts were beating. Their eyes were open, but none of them reacted to light, sound, or human voices. They did not scream. They did not speak. They did not recognize anyone. Doctors described them as physically awake, but mentally absent, as if the person they once were had been quietly replaced. Over the following weeks, their bodies functioned normally, but their minds never returned. Then, something even stranger happened. Their names began disappearing from records. Hospital files were altered. Birth certificates vanished. School documents, identification papers, and personal histories were quietly removed. Official reports later stated that the test subjects had never existed. Families who searched for answers were warned to stop asking questions. Some relatives even claimed they began forgetting details about their loved ones, their voices, their expressions, even their faces. Photographs felt unfamiliar, as if they belonged to strangers from another life. The Black Room was sealed permanently. The facility was shut down without explanation, and the entire experiment was erased from public knowledge. Decades later, a leaked document surfaced, containing a single handwritten note from the lead researcher. It read, "The darkness did not break them, it replaced them." To this day, no one knows what the subjects truly experienced inside the Black Room. Some believe their consciousness is still trapped in that endless darkness. Others fear they were never alone in that room. And one final question remains. If the human mind can be erased so completely, what else can be removed from reality without anyone ever noticing? Thank you for watching. If this story left you thinking, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.